Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy PaddaKillz back with another video. Today, we're going to be going over the NHL 24 community playtest gameplay updates. There's going to be some big changes coming into NHL 24, man. We're going to be going over all those changes, give you guys my thoughts. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, NHL 24 is going to be coming in a month, man. I'm super excited. I know the content on the channel has been a little bit slow the last, I haven't really uploaded in the last couple of weeks just because there hasn't really been much to upload, man. I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like going back on NHL 23, so I'm just kind of been waiting for some more news for NHL 24. Honestly, man, I thought the play test was pretty fun. My biggest issue for me personally was I could never really find games that quick. I was kind of playing alone. I didn't have no one to, play with for ESHL because none of my buddies really played Chell like that. So I was just really playing alone, drop-ins and stuff like that. So for me, like, it took like 10 minutes to find games, which was frustrating. I liked the game, though. I did think that, I felt scoring was a little bit too easy. At least for me personally, I felt like my team would always get scored on like 10 times a game. I don't know. Maybe I just suck at the game. But hybrid controls and goalie controls. So they've announced that hybrid controls will be added post-launch as well as goalie controls. So that's a little bit of a change. I know some people that play goalie in the game, they've been kind of saying that they don't really like the goalie system. Now for the pressure exhaust system, again, the community feedback was that it's too powerful, which encourages puck ragging. Additionally, the defensive does not have any ways to counter this. I know a lot of people are saying, like, if you block shots, the system should go down. So they've basically made puck possession tuned down 30%. So they've lowered the impact that possessing the puck has in the offensive zone, which is good. This gets rid of puck ragging. So essentially, to get the pressure system up, you have to take shots on the net. So the value of possessing the puck has been down by 30%. Shots on net and big hits in the offensive zone are now strengthened. And that's the best way to build that sustained pressure. Decay rate of the pressure system increased by 100%, meaning that it's faster. So once the puck is cleared outside the defensive zone by the defending team, this creates a more authentic feel to the sustained pressure, as the offensive team must keep a consistent attack in order to activate full pressure. So if you so previously, the offensive team could attack, leave the zone, then re-attack, slowly build. You can't do that anymore. So that's definitely a good play. To get the 100% authentic, the exhaust engine system, you got to be in the zone for a longer period of time. So if the defensive team gets the puck out of the zone, it's only right that the meter should go back down. If that, like, I honestly thought that was a big issue because it felt like your defense wasn't being rewarded. And I'm gonna be honest, I think playing defense in this game is tough. At least for me, like, just adjusting, because I remember the poke checking was very slow. The stick checking was very slow. I just felt like, personally, man, defense in the play test, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I don't even think there was any defense being played. It was just very difficult. So I like those changes. Now, I'm sorry about that, guys. I got bad lungs, man. Goalie fatigue system. So, again, I'm not really too much into goaltending. Like, I don't really ever play goaltending, but we'll still read this really quickly. So the new goalie system and its tuning has resulted in goalies being way too active, flopping around. I agree. Man, there's been so many times in the play test where my goalie's just doing some stupid-ass stuff. Like, bro, just stay in the net, man. So goalies will recover when the puck exits the defensive zone. Previous goalies will only regenerate energy, blah, blah, blah. All right. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know too much about the goaltending, so someone can let me know what this means. Fatigue meter always visible to create a better overall understanding of the state of the goalie's fatigue during gameplay. The respective fatigue meter will be visible at all times. Okay. Goalie attributes have increased impact on drain and recovery. So they're saying that they've increased the impact of goalies' attributes on both energy and recovery. So let me see. This means that a higher rated goalie will be more difficult compared to a low-rated goalie when they recover. That's good, right? Like, you don't want to have a 75 overall goalie being able to recover super quick than like a 90 overall goalie, right? So that's definitely something that should be added. Should have been in the game. I don't know why they're just doing that. Goalies are more stable when rested, so that makes sense, right? So this means there'll be fewer desperation saves. Next up, we have the physics-based contact. So the community feedback was hitting has some points of concern, such as hip checks at slow speeds result in massive collusion. Bro, I agree with this, man. I remember, bro, like, I also feel like there's got to be more interference penalties. I remember I was playing the play test. There's this one kid. He pissed me off. He had, a big-ass build. And this kid, like, I don't even have the puck. This kid did the slowest hip check, and he made my guy fall down and die on the ground. Like, how does that make sense, man? There was no penalty either. I was so mad. I almost broke my TV. But, so they've changed it. which is I'm happy they did. Big chests deal slightly more stamina damage, so any big chests that are landed during gameplay would add more stamina damage and affect the recovery up times. Player sizes have more impacts on reverse hit outcomes. That's definitely something good. Smaller players should not be able to counter hits that easily, right? Like if you're like 5'9" and you're short, like you're 5'7" and you're short, it's not you should not be able to reverse hit someone who's 6'1". Like personally, I'm 6'1" in real life. I'd be pissed if a 5'7" guy could do that, right? So that's not realistic. Performing a reverse hit results in slow slowdown. We've added a small slowdown event that occurs. All right, so that's definitely nice. Let me see the hip check. I hated hip checking, man. Hip checking and procure defensive throw, hip check, taking surgery. Thank you, man. Like I'm gonna be honest, man. Hip checking pisses me off. Maybe it's just because I always get hip checked. Okay, I remember, bro. The lacrosse deke is way too easy to do. Let's see what they say. It's now being accessible to everyone. Cost per use is too OP. So they've said that in an effort to help control the impact of the lacrosse deke on the overall game, we've connected it to a player deking attribute. Alrighty. So not everyone can do it now, I'm guessing. The tuning change results in speed of deke being impacted. A lower deke attribute will result in the animation taking longer to execute. A higher attribute will result. Okay, so if you have a higher deking, it's going to be easier for you to do. If you have a lower deking, it's not going to be easy to do. That makes sense. There's no way someone with a enforcer build should be able to do the lacrosse. I'm sorry. There's just no way you should be able to do it. Like realistically, you should be having like a deacon build to be able to do this type of stuff. To just make it more like balanced, right? X factor tuning, close quarter X factor remains too overpowered. So again, I think they've nerfed it. So they reduced it to 30 to 20 feet, reduced it by 50%. So that's a little bit reducing, guys. I know it's a lot of reading, man. Even I'm getting my brain's a little bit hurting, man. I just got back into my university classes, and I feel like this is just, I hate reading, man. Human goalies, like I said, guys, I am not really too into goalies. If you guys want to pause the video, you guys can read this, but they brought back the legacy goalie controls. I think that's the big thing they did. I'm not really too into goaltending. That's something you guys can do. Poke checking, it's a big one. Community feedback is, it was way too difficult. Like I feel like you can't even poke check. So they've reverted the speed loss back to the NHL 23 tuning. So it's gonna be the same how it was in NHL 23 for poke checking. So I guess that's either a W or an L depending on your opinion on how poke checking was in NHL 23. My personal standpoint on poke checking is I feel like poke checking should definitely not be as bad as it was in NHL 24. But at the same time, you don't want it to be too overpowered. I hate playing against poke check spammers. It is the worst thing ever. Nothing makes you rage more than a guy that just keeps spamming the poke checking, right? And it's just, so you definitely want that to be balanced. Next up, this general gameplay tuning is the final little bit of this video. How long have we been recording this? 8 minutes. We've got to end this soon, man. I know some of you guys might be bored. So, nets come off too easily. Honestly, bro, like, the glass hasn't broken in any of the games I played. So if they've kind of they've tuned down the how often nets are coming off, and they've tuned down how often the glass breaks. So that's all of the big changes so far in NHL 24. I can't even lie, guys. This is a lot of big changes. Usually, like, from the beta to the real game, EA never does this much feedback. So you got to give EA credit here. There's a lot of big changes that are coming to the game. Like I said, guys, I'm excited for the game. I think this might be a very good year. Hoping, fingers crossed, knock on wood, it's a good year for us, man, especially for content, man, because, bro, NHL 23 wasn't it. Drop a like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think about this. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in another video, man. Peace out.